The other side of the glass. Focus question. Should Sarah trust the Queen Titania and why not? Words to know. A bold, delirious, disorienting, face, intricate, maternal, radiates, release, saunter, slender, triumphant, turmoil, connections, writing an art. How could a story be different if Sarah hadn't listened to the Queen and gone through the window, write a new ending on the basis of this scenario? Art. Make a diagram or a model of the Queen's palace from this story. Include both the lower level and upper level of the palace. Show your work with the glass. A chill crawls down Sarah's spine as she steps into the darkness beyond the doorway of the houses in the woods. She blinks, her eyes adjusting to the lack of light, and for a moment she glimpses something very strange and disorienting, a world turning on itself, with fragments of earth and stone float aimlessly among the place, candlesticks, and various other objects. As quickly as it appeared, the vision diseased, and she stands with Jake on the study wood floor, ducks quacking behind them. In the dimly lit room, she immediately recognized she had been there before. How do we get back to Porter's Mill? She asked no one in particular. The room looks cleaner and more welcoming than the one in the hollow, but it's the same room, she has no doubt. She stepped farther inside, and the door slowly groans close as Jake proceeds to inspect the surroundings. The same curved staircase disappears up into the second floor. No toys there on the floor, just a few chests and shelves neatly lining the walls, filled with plates, flowers, and other knickknacks perfectly arranged. It seems more like a showroom than a house where someone lives. Jake, don't touch anything. Sarah snaps as Jake reaches for a small cowboy figurine on a shelf. Startled, he bumps into the statue and it shatters on the floor. Oh, he can do no harm here. A woman's voice sounds on the top of the stairs. The woman is stunning, with a gentle smile, sparkling eyes, and thick brown hair pulled into a careless bun. She wears a simple old-fashioned dress of dark red. Sarah, it's so lovely to see you. She continues as she descends the stairs. Thomas passes down behind her and leaps into her arms, purring loudly as the tail flicks back and forth. It's nice to meet you too, Sarah replies, with conflicting emotions. Something about this woman unnerves her, but at the same time, the strange lady radiates a wonderful maternal energy that makes Sarah want to hug her. Jake seemed to feel much no conflict as he embraced the woman hurriedly. It's lovely to see you too, Jake, the woman says, patting his head. I'm sorry I broke your cowboy, he says. The woman smiles and winks at him. With a flick of her American finger, her figurine resembles itself on the shelf. What's your name? Jake asked in wonder. Oh, how rude of me. I'm Queen Titania, but my friends call me Taddy. Your mother has told me so much about you, Sarah. You know my mom? Sarah squeaks and leaps forward. Correction, child. I know your mother. She's here in the same place with me. Teddy flashes one of the kindest smiles Sarah ever seen. Can I see her? Where is she? Of course, my dear. Follow me. Queen Titania motions up the stairs and starts her ascent. Sarah's emotions surge as she can hardly contain her impatience. It takes everything of her not to bound ahead like Jake. When he reaches the upper landing, he freezes as Sarah approaches. She understands why. While the lower level looks like a porter's mill, the upper level resembles a castle out of a fairy tale. Intricate stained glass windows stretch into the sky, flanked on the either side with stone pillars, covered with slender vines that erupted with clusters of enormous fragrant blossoms, like wedding bouquets. Welcome to my humble abode, the queen says, gesturing around her. Sarah gasps up the ceiling and wonders how they could have ever overlooked the structure of the outside. As she watches, it seems as if she and the stone near her was shaking lightly, as though they are barely holding together. She blinks, and everything seems solid again. The passage they step into appears have no end or no doors, but that doesn't faze the queen as she begins to saunter away, her shoes clacking on the reflective tiles. Zack and Sarah follow, marveling at the surroundings. After a while, the queen halts, and Thomas leaps on the ground. Here we are, he says, waves a delicate hand towards one of the windows. Straight through here. Something doesn't feel right to Sarah, and she pauses, clutching Jake's arm. Are you telling me to walk through a window? She asked. That doesn't seem safe. It's perfectly harmless. The queen sighs as she drives over and thrusts her hand through the window with no resistance. the glass separated, and an opening pressed about upon the land. And if the glass itself was just a reflection on the sheets of ascending water, in the opening, Sarah sees an absolute darkness. Jake leans forward and tries to see more, and Sarah knows that if she didn't have his arm, he would have been through the opening in a heartbeat.